Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Another edition of the Wise Men Podcast, episode 17. Mark versus Kirk, the non-compete debate. This is going to be a continuation from last night. All right, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button, and it doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. If you were here yesterday, hit the like button because you was here yesterday. If you woke up this morning, hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right? Don't cost you nothing. Kirk, what's going on?
What's good, man? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Work,
How you
work,
feeling?
man. I'm feeling good, man. The heat is out, man. It's not even summer yet, but I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I
down in
mean?
Texas, right? My cousin just called me from down there. Said it's like
Uh,
111 in Dallas.
yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's very, it's
It's
bad.
hot.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Well, you got AC in the truck, so you keeping cool. You keeping cool. You look cool.
yep, yeah. You know me.
You
I'm
look
Kirky
cool.
Fresh, man. I'm
I
Kirky
see.
Fresh, man.
I see. All right, let's
Hey,
get this roll. Yeah,
Pepe's from Texas, right? So
Pippi from
yeah,
Texas, right? Pippi from
yeah.
Texas. Pippi is from
So
Texas.
yeah.
All right, let me get this roll call. Roll call. Everybody, let me know where you're checking in from. Hit that like button. Come on in. Let us know where you're checking in from. Represent where you're from. Represent where you're from. See a lot of familiar faces in the building. Done Beezy's in the building. Warrior Express, Alabama in the building. Shout out to the moderators. Pippi's in the building, representing Texas. We got more Alabama in the building. Neville is in the building. Another Alabama. Shout out to everybody from Alabama. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's chiming in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button. Detroit in the building. Shout out to Interstate Screw. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. So, last night, oh, we got a poll too. We got a poll. I see so far 20 votes. 20 votes on the poll. Would you make your employees sign a non-compete? Yes, got to protect the bag. And the other option is no, I'm not that shrewd. 20 votes, 85% says, well, 86 with 21 votes, now 86% says yes, got to protect the bag. 14% says no. So that's about, I think, two people. Two people said no. Let's see. I think that's two or three people so far. Let's see. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. 21. Yep. So roughly three people said no. They wouldn't make their employees sign a non-compete. And you know, I pray that you guys are owner operators that hit no. I pray that you guys are single owner operators that said no. Okay. I pray.
This
I
guy say he
pray
pray.
that y'all are single owner
Eh,
operators that don't have employees and you never plan on having employees. Because one day you might look up
uh,
and you might have a whole thriving fleet of trucks, and the next day, you know, you get one 2 week notice, and you think just that one person is leaving, and he take everybody with him, and you ain't got
uh,
nobody. So, but
right.
you know that's Kirk's way. You know what I'm saying? He don't believe in non compete. So we're gonna discuss it tonight, and we're gonna get down to the bottom
Yeah.
of this. So come on in, come on in. Come on in. So Kurt, you can pick up where you left off at. You know what I'm saying? Last night, I know you had to break out last night, so you could pick up where you left off at. You know, you was talking about being an immigrant and how you wouldn't sign one. You know,
I
you.
wouldn't. I wouldn't sign one because I feel like what I was trying to say to you is people like you that have people sign that stuff. I feel like you use that to hold people down,
Mm-hmm.
and you were saying that you don't have a problem with someone. At one point you're saying that you didn't want anyone to see the blueprint, but then you say you don't mind they see it. So my thing is, if you don't mind they see the blueprint, then why do you let them sign a non-compete? That's one thing, right? And then on top of that, I feel like once you sign that, you bind to that person. You understand? You stagnate that person from growing underneath you. You get what I'm saying? I can understand the contract part of it, but I look at the broader picture. Um, what if a guy, like I was asking you last night, what if a guy want to get a truck and then come and work? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, to grow underneath you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You said, oh, yeah, that's fine. But then it's like on one side, you're protecting your asset, but on the other side, it's like you said it's cool. But you know what I mean? I feel like if you're going to work with someone, um you gotta protect your asset and protect the bag and all of that stuff. But I think that there's other ways to go about it. You get what I'm saying? And I used to work at a warehouse where a guy wanted me to come and work for him. But I know once I work for him, I can't get on my own route in the warehouse. You get what I'm saying? Because of that same thing that you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? So I would not sign it. You get what I'm saying? So I look at it from a different point of view than you looking at it. And the way you were talking about it last night is almost as if you take it so serious. It's almost as if it's a part of what it's like a ride or die thing for you. You get what I'm saying? It's like almost as if a religion for you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, but you can have people sign anything. But I mean, you can go through the process and still ain't gonna get nothing. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's my
Well,
stance in it.
I never said to anybody. I never said that I wasn't willing or I'm protecting the blueprint. I've never even mentioned the blueprint on my channel. As far as you know, I think I might have said some people tried to mimic the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? But I've never displayed, the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people, that work for you, they can, if they work for you consistently, they can kind of see the operation. But, still there's things that are behind the scenes that, people that work for you that people that work for you are not privy to. Uh, the non-compete protects your business asset, your business. You know what I'm saying? The contracts you have. More importantly, it protects uh, a person from on their exit taking not only your contract but also taking your employees with them. All right. So
Right.
let's say you're running 5 trucks and you got a guy who wants to do his own thing. He comes into some bread and you got 5 trucks, five drivers, 6 drivers, right? 5 trucks, 6 drivers. And this guy goes out and he runs into some money and he gets 4 trucks. And he takes 3 of your drivers on his exit.
Hmm.
That's gonna affect your bottom line, right? And not only does he take those 3 drivers, he goes and runs the same contract that he was running for you. So how would you feel?
I mean, I understand that part of it, but I'm talking about the part where I feel like it's not, you use it in terms of holding someone down or
How is that
holding
holding somebody
someone back.
down? How is that holding
Because
somebody
then,
back?
because then a guy can't go and get his own contract if you affiliated with that company.
They can go get a
You see what
contract,
I'm
just not
saying?
with that company.
Right,
It's,
but that's where I'm saying that's why I wouldn't sign it because I see I like my freedom, and I feel like once I sign it, I give my freedom up, and I love my freedom. So I'm not gonna sign something that I gotta be subject to you. You understand what
but
I'm saying?
but see,
And then it's like, and no, wait, and then it's like you dictate my future and how I get work and who I work with. As lo- what if you have 100 people that 100 company that is in the circle that you are either doing business with or have done business with? Now I'm stagnant. I'm not gonna be able to get out and do my thing. So I would not sign it. I see it as a bunch of baloney, and I wouldn't do it. But I mean,
see.
guys who do it,
Mhm.
guys who do it, they have to do it because of maybe dealing with the fact that they need a job from you and all of that stuff. But a guy like me, even if I'm gonna come to work for you, I'm not gonna sign that stuff.
Okay, and that's fine. But you're speaking of it from an employee aspect. You run around here talking about how you a boss. See, I wouldn't even think of it from that point. I'm asking
Hmm.
you from a employer perspective, not an
I
employee. See,
would have.
you're speaking from an employee perspective.
I still wouldn't let people sign it. I still wouldn't,
So
because I see it as the whole picture of that. I see it as a hold down.
so 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 if you had, okay, so you got three trucks and a guy comes in, it's the pandemic, they're running for you before the pandemic, they go,
No,
one of the
no,
guys
don't
go,
say the
no,
pandemic.
hold on,
No,
no, yes, I'm
don't
gonna use
use
the
the
pandemic.
pandemic. No,
Why I can't use the pandemic? Because that's when people got a
no,
large lump sum of money. No, you got guys running
no,
for you
no.
consistently prior to the pandemic. The pandemic hits, one of those guys gets a PPP, he goes and buys three trucks, he takes your drivers with him, now you have nothing
People gonna
because you
take
didn't
it
have
pandemic or not. Listen, people gonna take it pandemic or not. Stop using the pandemic. If that's in a person, that's in a person. Whether they want to get money today or money next week. If they're gonna take it, they're gonna take it. You understand? So the pandemic issue is not the problem. My thing is whether you sign it from an employee. If I got 10 trucks and a guy comes to work for me, right? I'm not gonna let him sign some stuff because I'm trying to barricade him from come and not moving up the ladder. You see what I'm saying?
how's
Because
that a
again,
barricade?
because he cannot go and get no contract with the company
So
that
so
I'm affiliated with.
so would you let me walk into your house and just take your dishes and just go in your refrigerator and
My
take your groceries
no no
out your
no
refrigerator?
no
Can I come
no
take
no
your
no
stuff? Okay, so you gonna let
Mark
somebody walk
Mark
into your
Mark.
business? No, I'm asking you. You gonna let
Listen,
somebody walk into
you
your
seem
business and take
you
your
seem to
bread?
fail to un, you seem
I
to
don't
fail
feel
to
nothing.
understand.
Okay,
You listen.
I'm
You
listening. I'm
seem to
listening.
fail to understand that a corporate company is not yours. You understand? You are a free agent and an agent that associated with that company. As long as you're working there, you are just an ex-agent that's there. You having guys signed up barring them from working with that company, I see it as a hold down. I see it as a barricade. I see it as
How?
something that hinder people from growing and coming into their full potential, because now they got to subject to you, and I got to
I,
subject to you for a year. You
I see it
understand what
as
I'm saying?
I see it
I see it as a big bullshit. It's that.
I,
It's just, you know what I mean?
I see it as insurance because it's not only protecting you from unethical practices from the employee, right? But it's also
Uh huh.
protecting you from unethical practices from the logistics company, from soliciting your drivers. Your drivers may not even have that thought in their head. You know what I'm saying? You may have the logistics company putting those thoughts in their head. Why don't you go out and get your own truck? What are you working for Kirk for? How many trucks does that guy
Right.
got?
Right.
Man,
Right.
he's
Right.
got enough
Right.
money. Go get your own truck, and then we'll give you a contract. You don't need him. You can. I mean, you're his best driver. You can do this. It's not that hard. You're doing
But
it already.
that's how it's
So then
supposed to
what?
go. That's how it's
No, it's
supposed to
not.
go,
It's
though.
not, Kurt.
Of
It's
course.
not. It's
See,
unethical business practices.
see.
It's unethical
Yeah,
business
yeah.
practices.
You weren't about unethical. That's
Okay.
exactly how it's supposed to go. They supposed to have option. They supposed to
Who?
have
Who's
option.
supposed to
The
have option?
companies, the people that are work that you get a contract with, they're supposed to be able to hire and take on whosoever they want without you hindering somebody that's
They can't.
underneath your contract.
It's
Of course they
unethical.
should.
It's not good
Yeah,
business practices. It's unethical, Kirk. It's
okay,
unethical
well,
business practices.
name 90% of the thing that goes exactly the way it's supposed to go. See, you weren't about moral, character, ethical, all
Yeah.
of that stuff. All of that stuff
Yeah.
is irrelevant. I'm saying that I would not sign that stuff because, again, I feel like you be holding me down. I feel like I'm barricaded and subject to you. I feel like I give my freedom up, and that is not gonna work for me. You understand what I'm saying? And all of that stuff that y'all be coming out here and I've been driver siding, I feel like y'all hold drivers down. It's just like if you go to a lot of these big trucking company that have these guys sign lease on, and these guys can't leave, and if they leave, they can get this, that, and the third happen to them. It's all a bunch of BS. It's all a bunch of BS. I would not sign that nonsense. But hey, if you got to do what you got to do, you got to do it. I'm just
You
telling you from my point of view, I wouldn't. And that's whether I'm the one that have the truck, I would not let someone sign it. And that's if I'm working for you, I wouldn't sign it. So either way, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
You keep speaking from an employee standpoint, and we're fine, and we understand that. But you the big guy in the semi truck.
No, but
You the
I just
boss.
said that even
So
I said that even if I got the contract, I would not let my driver sign it because I feel like once I have him sign it, I'll be holding him down.
so
That's
Kurt,
what
you
I'm
gonna have
saying.
so
So
you gonna
I'm
have you gonna have people walking out, walking over you, and walking off with the bag. They're gonna walk off with the bag on you,
see,
and
see,
you're gonna be
listen,
sitting there looking like this.
man, listen, man. You
You
see
gonna sit there
what
and look
you,
like this because this is what they're gonna
Mark, what,
do. This is what they're gonna
man,
do.
whatever. What you're
Okay.
doing is pre-perceive what might happen. That's what you're doing. You're
No, it's
pre-perceiving
gonna
what might
happen.
happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's
All
gonna
right.
happen.
Well,
Listen, if a person spends a lot of time around you, right? They spend a lot of time around you and they're running the truck. You're doing whatever you want. You got a fleet of trucks. These guys are running. You're going to have one smart guy that's going to get a light bulb in his head. It's going to happen. You watched the show yesterday. Okay.
mm-hmm,
Okay. So it's going to happen. One guy is going to do it. Okay. That one guy that gets that light bulb, whether it pops in his head or someone plants that light bulb in his head, the light bulb
uh-huh,
is going to
uh-huh.
come. He gets some type of
Right.
infusion of capital, some way, shape, form, or fashion. We're not going to use the
Mm-hmm,
pandemic. All right. Just whatever. He gets some type of infusion of capital. Right. Now,
mm-hmm.
he gets the infusion of capital. He's running out the gate with a few trucks. Where does he go for employees? He's going to go with the peers that he works with on a day-to-day basis. Why? One, he
How do
doesn't
you
have
know
to
he's gonna
train them.
need your drivers? How do you know he's gonna need your
Kurt, you
driver? He can
sound
get a
silly
whole
right
set
now.
of drivers. No,
Kurt, you
I'm
sound
not. How do you
crazy.
sure? How
Kurt, you
you
sound
sure he's
crazy.
gonna get? How you sure he's gonna get your drivers? He ain't gonna. I don't have to get your drivers. I can go
Kurt,
get my own drivers.
Kurt, you watched the show. After you left, you saw one of my ex-employees pop up, right?
And
Okay,
what?
so
And
now
what did the guy?
now
And what did
he
what
ta-
did
he
that
ta-
guy say? What?
he
Hold
ta-
on. What did that guy say?
hold
That
on,
what did guy
hold
that
on,
that guy said that when he tried to get a truck
hold
out of you. Hold on.
on.
He said when he tried
Oh,
to get a truck
wait,
out of you, you
oh,
told him no.
oh,
That's what he said.
oh. Check it out.
You see what
Check it
I'm
out.
saying? That's what he said.
Check this out. There was another situation that happened right prior to that I spoke on before, and he mentioned it. It might have been a
Uh-huh.
sour taste in my mouth at that point because the person who did it before him, the way he went
Mm-hmm.
about it, and he even poached him. That guy left,
Mm-hmm.
took people with him. I shut that down. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Rob, I can say his name now because he publicly came on the channel on his own recognizances. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
Rob tried it, Rob 99.9% probably did come talk to me. I don't remember the actual conversation, but he told me it last night and I believe him, I just don't remember it. All right. But he also said, you did probably have a sour taste in your mouth from the situation that happened with the other guy. All right. At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the non-competes were already in place.
But let me ask you. So
For a
basically,
real, hold on. Let me finish.
So
Let me finish.
basically,
Let me
you go
finish.
by your
No,
feelings.
no, no, no.
Go
Let me
by you
finish.
go by
Let me
your
finish.
feelings.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
It's
Let me
all
finish.
based on how
Let
you
me
feel. So if
finish.
there's a
Let me finish.
if there's a
No, it
tip,
ain't no
hold on.
feeling.
If there's
It's about money.
yes, sir.
Check
Yes,
this
sir.
out.
Because
No, you're not
you
letting me
deny
finish.
him.
I'll let you
You
talk,
deny him
but you won't let
because
me
hold on a
finish.
minute. No, because you deny him because there was a previous issue with a total different person. So now he got to pay the price. So it's based on you
No,
feeling. Because
no,
if he
it's
had
not
came
based on
back
feeling.
6 months later, so let me ask you this: if he had came back 6 months later and asked you, would you let him do it? Would you let him do it?
If I got a contract that's paying me, one company that's paying me over $5,000 a day, and then I got another contract that I'm operating at a loss, all right, and you think I'm gonna let somebody take over $5,000 a day away from me? Now, if it's a contract that I'm losing on, but I don't mind losing on because I'm making so much money elsewhere, and I get advised, you know what, Mark, you've been talking about letting this go for the longest. Just let them have it.
No, but see, that's where you go wrong. You're being a hypocrite because
It
it's
ain't
all
been a
based on
hypocrite.
all your
It's not a
freedom.
hypocrite.
That
It's
listen,
not. It's based on the bag.
non-compete.
It's based on the bag, Kirk. It has nothing to do with
Boss,
feelings. It's the
man, listen,
bag, buddy.
man.
Because guess
this
what?
guy, this
No,
guy's
hold on. Let me tell you
contradicting
something.
himself,
Let me
man.
tell you. I'm not contradicting myself.
Man,
Listen. If Select
man,
Express,
listen, man.
let me explain something to you. If Select Express was
Explain it to me.
let me explain something to you. If Select Express was profitable, then Rob wouldn't have took that. I wouldn't have blessed him with it. He didn't know until last night that the reason why I didn't pursue it was because my brother said let him have it. It
But
wasn't me.
non-compete
Check
is
this out.
non-compete, brother or not.
I have
losing.
check this out.
Listen to
I
me.
have the
Losing
power
or not
to
losing.
I have the
Man,
power to
listen, man.
void it though. I have the power to void it. When the first guy pulled it, when I contacted Dynamics, they stopped them. Yo, bring everything back, man. You need to go get some type of written documentation on Mark's company's letterhead saying that he's releasing you from the non-compete.
My question is, Mark, if you're not going to give him non-compete, if you're not going to give him, whether you're losing or not, you're not supposed to give him. That's what you're talking about. Because, let me finish. Because
Kirk,
if you have two accounts, if you got two accounts and you're losing on one, so you're telling me that,
hey Kirk, check this out. If you right here and somebody else is right here, you right here and another person is right here, and I got 10 accounts, and I'm saying, you know what? I got this account, man. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't giving it to him. I'm gonna avoid the non-compete. Hold on. Check this out. Let me finish. Let me finish. Can I ever finish? And if I want to bless somebody, you know, I got this account. Check this out. I got this account. It's really not making us no money. It's a little account, but it's good to get somebody that's starting their business. I only got one account now, and it's you and somebody else. If I give it to you, I just give it to you. That don't mean I don't like that person. I just like you more. You see what I'm saying? But I have the power to void it.
I don't think that's life.
Okay.
I don't think that's life.
It's business. No, it's business. It's business. This is no, it's business. It's business.
Why would you?
Because I have the power. Because I have the power. The person who creates the contract has the power. Well, man, you got to get the power then. So you got to get the power. Okay, it is what it is. Get the power.
So shit gotta be sour. Before you give it up.
We work hard to get the power. So and we protect the bag.
Before you give it up.
No, check this out.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
So let me understand this. You gotta be losing for me to get the contract.
Listen,
is that what you're
saying? Check this out. If I'm operating 15 trucks.
Man, listen, man.
Check this out. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. If I'm running 15 trucks, all right, and I got moving is making me a lot of money. An employee was on the channel last night. He solidified everything I've been saying. Moving is making me a shit ton of money. Dynamics is making me a bunch of money with Office Depot and IKEA. I got other ancillary stuff going on. I got one funky ass contract that I've said plenty of times. I'm operating it at a loss. I'm just operating at a loss to keep certain people working. I got dinosaur trucks that's not moving. You know what, Tyler? Go run Container Store. They're paying me $11 to stop. You ran Select. They pay $11 to stop for Container Store. I'm paying Tyler $10. Rest his soul. I'm paying him $10 a stop. He's doing about 10 to 14 stops a day. So he's making $100 to $140 a day. That's cool for him. He's 19 years old. He don't even have to drive a truck. I got him in a van. All right, he's doing that. I'm eating the loss on. I'm just employing another young man from the hood, keeping him off the street, and I'm operating that contract at a loss so that I can continue to help my people out. Now check this out. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Hold on, Kirk. Let me finish, and then you can have the floor. So if I got a contract, Kirk, can I finish? Because can I ever finish? I sit there like this and let you run and yap. But when I get to talking, you want to let me finish. If I want to operate an account at a loss because I'm keeping more people employed and I know I'm covering it with, I'm getting an exponential amount of money and other streams from my trucks from other accounts, and I can operate this account at a loss, and this is keeping people employed and off the streets, then that's what I want to do. Now check this out. Now if this is a contract that's on a small scale for me, that's a little contract for when I'm got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's a little contract. So if a person wants to leave and I can bless a person with a contract, now for a person who's starting off as a sole independent owner operator, my infrastructure, that contract is not profitable for me. I got an office. I got a warehouse. I have an office staff. I got a pit bull in the yard. I got lights. I got a security system I got to pay monthly for. I got a bunch of ancillary bills that aren't tied directly to the trucking. A person that's on a truck that's doing home delivery or doing moving, they're doing the work that's paying them. The office staff is not on the truck. So the office staff has to get paid from the revenue that's coming from the truck. My infrastructure is big. I shouldn't be running any accounts at a loss. I'm running an account at a loss so that I can continue to keep people in the neighborhood employed. So if there's an account that, you know what, if I hand it off to a person that's just getting started, even though I didn't want to, I'm gonna always keep it funky with you. I didn't want to give it to him. My brother
But you
said,
just said that you're
hold on,
operating at a
let me
loss.
finish. Check this out. I didn't want to give it to him because it was mine. But my brother said, you know what, Mark, you always complaining about this contract. You always complaining. Just let him have it. Now, for him, it works well for him because he's in this one truck. So the revenue that they're paying for these stops works well for him because he doesn't have the infrastructure that I have. It's him, it's the truck, and he has one worker. So it's profitable for him. All right. But a contract that's paying me, I'm running 9 trucks for Office Depot. I'm running 3 trucks in the morning for IKEA and 3 in the evening for IKEA for 5 to 9. They're giving me $500 guarantee Monday through Friday, $600 guarantee Saturday and Sunday. So that's $1,500 a day in the morning, $1,500 a day in the afternoon for IKEA. So that's $3,000 a day for IKEA Monday through Friday. That's $1,800 in the morning on Saturday, $1,800 in the evening. This is just IKEA. Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm making another $2,700 gross Monday through Friday for Office Depot. Plus my moving trucks is netting about $1,000 a day at times 3. And then I got an account over here where they sending me West Elm and Container Store $11 a stop. So for $11 a stop, I gotta pay a driver and a helper. I'm gonna pay them $3 a stop a piece. No, here, Tyler, you go run this. Check it out. I'm almost done. Tyler, you run this. We're operated at a loss. Rob took it. I gave it to him. I blessed him with it. I null and void the non-compete, and that was it. It was what it was. I have the power to do that, Kirk.
But my thing
I have the power.
You giving away stuff that you don't want because you're operating at a loss. If you so strong about that this non-compete, whether you're operating at a loss, you should keep going or give it back to the company. You understand what I'm saying? But
Give
then
what back to the company?
give it back to Select and say, yo, I'm operating a loss. I don't need this no more. You understand what I'm saying?
Kurt, you missing the point. You're missing the point.
No, I'm
You're
not
missing the point.
I'm not missing anything.
Yes, sir. You heard what I said.
Anything.
Any opportunity that I had to keep people working and to get people off the street, if it cost me a little money, yeah. So what? So I'm not supposed to help my people?
I'm not saying you're not supposed to help them.
That's what you are saying.
Why you help them with the one that you're losing? Why you never give them? Why you never give them the IKEA account? Why you never give them one of the West Ham account? Why you never give them one of the better account that will let
listen
them,
what you saying, Kurt.
I let you talk. I let you talk. I let you talk.
Go ahead.
Why you don't give them?
Because I'm finna shut that down. You finna lose this. Think about what you said, because you finna lose this. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say.
No, but why you give them an account that you're running in the negative rather than give them an account that you're profiting? Why you gonna give them one of those?
Let me answer that for you. Can I answer it?
Helping out people in the neighborhood.
Can I answer that for you? If I give them
say in the chat, and like somebody say in the chat, signing that contract is like modern day slavery. So why would I sign it? And then if I do sign it, the shit that you're gonna give me, the shit that you don't want. Why would I do that? That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to talk about. It's come as a hold down. When I'm done with it and I don't need it, it's not good enough for me, then I give it to you and I release you. That's the type of bullshit, and that's why you can't get people like me to sign that. This is where this old immigrant shit come in, and we're different. Because I'm not gonna sign that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why the reason why I wouldn't give them a pass off a very, very profitable contract is because the profitable contract helps keep the infrastructure going. If I hand off a profitable contract, then I'm not putting myself into position, keeping myself in the position, I should say, to be able to help people in the neighborhood. The whole point of me is funny to you, Kurt. It's funny to you, but it's just like Rob said. I put a lot of people on. So check it out. If I give away what's got to get, listen, if I give away what's keeping the infrastructure, this huge infrastructure going, then I'm taking away my position on continuing to help people. Because once I give something that's profitable away, then I'm done. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, and then you never let me finish.
Hold on a minute. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Why not give the contract back and say, hold on a minute? Because you said you help Rob.
Why would I give it? Why would I give it?
Let me ask you a question. Why you don't say, you know what, Rob? You know what, Rob? I'm operating this contract at a loss. It don't even work taking this contract. What I can do though, hold on a minute, man. Why I'm not gonna give it to you because I'm operating at a loss already. It's not gonna be profitable for you to get it. I'm gonna give it back to Select Express, and then I'm gonna help you get a better contract. Why not do that?
Kurt,
what you do was you give them the stuff that you did not. You don't need.
This is the immigrant stuff. This the immigrant stuff.
That's why the guy said. That's why Rob said last night. Hold on a minute. That's why Rob said last night. You said that there's not a lot of meat on the bone because when you finish eat, you decide who get the meat and who don't get the meat and who get the bone. And that's why I'm telling you that I wouldn't sign that shit.
You know why I don't give it back? Because if I gave it back, me keeping certain things allows me to keep it and give it to the people in my circle. It's about building myself up and taking care of my people. Why would I give it back so they can give it to somebody else?
Oh, so that's what you call it? You call it your people.
My
Even
people.
If you give them the stuff that is useless, even if they give them the stuff that's useless, that's your people.
It's not useless. It's not useless.
You're operating
Kurt, you're missing the point. Listen, I'm operating at a loss because of my infrastructure.
Oh, well, then that's a part of your infrastructure. You got to figure out.
No, Kurt, you're not listening. Kurt, you making this what you want to make it. If I have an account that I can afford to operate at a loss because I'm continuing to keep people employed, the moment I get rid of that contract, that means 4-5 people got to get laid off. So if that account I'm operating at a loss, but it's not really affecting me because I'm making shit ton of money else, I don't feel it, and I can keep people working and off the street and doing something positive. Why would I give it back? And why would I give it back to Select so they could go hire some knucklehead from another neighborhood when I got $1 million business right here in my neighborhood for my people that I can keep my people employed? I don't give a damn about. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I don't care about people in that neighborhood, over there, out west. No, it's about the people that are around me and people that work for me. When they say, Mark, I got somebody that want to work, all right, tell them to come holler at me. It's me pulling in all the resources that I can pull in so I can continue to keep my people employed. And he said that last night. So it's about my people. Just like the people, the subscribers to this channel, my people. If you don't watch the channel, you're not my people. I'm concerned about my people. I don't worry about everybody else. So if I know I got the resources, hold on. And with Select, I'm the biggest contractor in the city. With Select. Because I got the biggest fleet, the biggest infrastructure. Everybody else is independent contractors. So when those independent contractors, little trucks break down or they have little issues, or when they little workers don't come to work, guess who Mike Cohen would call? Guess who Anne-Marie Sanchez would call? Guess who Luis Escobar would call? Man, Mark, we need a favor. You know how many favors they still owe me? I got in my back pocket. They still call me for special projects. All right, so if I got something that I know I could continuously keep people employed, and just after we blessed Rob with it, We got it
Yeah,
back.
you call
We
a
got it
negative
back.
route blessing to a guy. You call a route that
Listen,
you gave up, that you were running in the
check
negative,
this
a
out.
blessing to a
Check this
guy.
out. It's a running in the
You see what
negative.
I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Kurt,
You
it's
call you call your negative a blessing to another guy, rather than say to the guy, "This don't make no sense, but I'm gonna help you find a better contract, and then I will bless you with that, and I will cut you loose." You gave a guy that is a part of your infrastructure, because that's what you're saying. Your infrastructure is a part is that low that contract was a part of your infrastructure, the one that you were losing, and your brother told you to give it back. That's a part of your infrastructure that you got to pull away. Rather than pull it away and give it back to Select, what you did, you quote unquote bless a guy. You bless a guy that you're running in the negative with a load, or a contract with.
Kurt.
That's the way you look at stuff.
Just because I'm running in a
That's
negative,
how you look at it.
he's not gonna run it in a negative because he doesn't have the infrastructure like I have.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I know him. What do you mean? How do I know it? I
So,
know him. He has. We got one.
okay.
Kurt,
So,
listen. Kurt,
but
listen. You
Mark,
won't let. You
so
won't
wait.
listen.
No, no, no. So
Ah,
listen to
man.
this. I'm gonna catch
No.
you on that. I'm gonna catch you on that. So if
Oh my
he doesn't
God,
have the
bro. Like,
infrastructure that, like, what? Hold on. If he doesn't have the infrastructure like you, why would you give him a load that's
Kurt,
in the
you're
negative?
missing the point,
Why
man.
you
You're
give him a
missing the
contract
point.
that's in the negative?
Kurt,
Answer the
you're
question.
missing the point.
If
You're
he not,
missing the point.
if
You're
he's
missing
not,
the point.
Mark, if he's not financially set up, if he's not mentally set up, if he doesn't have the fleet like you, if he doesn't have the capability to
Mm.
run and operate like you, why would you give him a
Kurt,
contract
and
that gonna let him fail?
Kurt,
Why would you
Kurt,
do that?
how would he? How would see? Kurt, you ran selected. This is why I don't even know why you going this crazy. First of all, Select Express is an account that pays very minimal. He won't fail because it's just him, his worker, and his truck. All right, him, his worker, and his truck. He doesn't have the infrastructure. He doesn't have an office staff. He doesn't have a warehouse. He doesn't have an office. He doesn't have a goddamn a forklift that gotta needs propane every few days. All right, when the forklift break down, it's $150 an hour for Crown Lift to come out and fix it. He doesn't have all of this stuff. So he's operating an account that doesn't pay to my standards, but to a person who has one truck, an independent owner operator that doesn't have the infrastructure. It's just a truck that they park in front of their house, their employee. If he's making $11 a stop, he can give his helper $5 and make $6. If they're paying him $20 a stop for Bye Bye Baby, he can give the helper $10 and he can take $10. Or he can get a helper $5 a stop and take $15 a stop. If they're paying me $20 a stop for Bye Bye Baby, I got a driver and a helper. Who's going to run that for $10 a piece? And then where's the room for me to make money? I still have to make money. You ran Select Express. So I don't even know why you sitting up here saying this. If it was me,
no, because I don't understand.
Hold on, Kurt. Let me finish. I let you run off at the mouth, but you never let me talk.
No, because I don't see the sense into what I don't see the sense into you saying that you're blessing a guy with a load that is in the negative for you, a contract that's in the negative for you.
It's not a
first,
Kurt. You making it seem like I'm handing them down some shit. Like I'm just shitted and took it out the toy and handing them some shit. Let's listen to what I'm saying.
That's what I look at it.
That's because you're making it look like that. You're making it look like that, Kurt.
Look at it.
Listen,
I wouldn't do that.
Kurt,
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that.
You ran Select Express. What do you mean you wouldn't take it? It's an account that he made. Listen, Kurt, the man said he grew that account to 6 trucks. Let me explain something to you, Kurt. That account, I operated in a negative because it didn't pay enough. It still doesn't pay enough. But I was willing to absorb that account to keep people working. I'm already making a shit ton of money. I'm netting $4,000 to $5,000 a day net. I can lose $100, $200, $300 on another account. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm making $3,700 a day net. Who gives a damn? So if I can keep Tyler working, I can keep Chancey working, I can keep these other guys working and keep them out of trouble, because that's what we have to do in our community. I'm not going to say, get rid of it, park the truck. Man, if it ain't making money, no, we're gonna keep them brothers working. We're gonna keep them brothers working. We'll absorb that. We're gonna keep them out of trouble. I had Tyler running that. Tyler got killed 2 years ago. If he probably would have still been running that account for me, he'd probably still be here. See, this is what I do, Kirk. I take care of my people. Even if
I
it costs
understand what
me.
you're saying.
All right, so
I understand what you're saying, but I looked at it in a different way, and the way you're taking care of your people is almost as if they're getting what left. It's when you're finished with it. It's when you don't need it no more. It's not good enough for you, so now
no,
they can
Kirk,
get it. But
check this
that's all
out.
you that listen, that's all you make it sound.
Check this out. If if
That's
if
why
if
me
if
listen.
there's a guy up here
Yeah,
that
go
got
ahead.
50 trucks and he got a contract that is not worth it to him because he got a 1,000,000 square foot warehouse and this, and you come to Mark with the 20,000 square foot warehouse with 15 trucks and say, you know what, Mark, this account ain't working, but I recommended you to take this account, and I look at the
Mm-hmm.
numbers and shoot, we going net 12, 13, $1,500 a day with this account. If it's a hand me down, if it's a profitable hand me down, let me get that. Let me get it.
Oh.
I would take a hand me down
You
contract
see the
if
whole
it's
time.
profitable.
You see the whole time you're talking is all about you, what you want, how you want it, how it's supposed to
Kurt,
be about you.
because
No, no,
as
no.
long
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you a question. You see how long you're talking, and it's all about you, what you want. But then when it comes on to give a guy something, it's a blessing that you release. That's the bullshit that I'm talking about.
check this
You
out.
see what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
explain something to you. Not everybody can be the chief. So if I'm in the position and I'm the chief and I got people that I got to keep working and keep
Right,
busy, then I got to continue to keep things coming in to keep people busy.
right. So let me
Okay.
ask you this. Let me
So
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Non-compete or compete. I'm gonna ask you this question. What would you say about a guy that don't give a crap, that will sign it and still go the extreme, even when you try to take drastic measure? What would you say about that?
what do you mean? Okay, he signs a non-compete. He still goes, does it. We don't have to
Uh huh.
talk to him. We just talk to the logistics company. I've been through it already. I had an employee
Uh
come
huh.
in last night and reiterated everything I've been saying. I had to.
Mm-hmm.
I contacted Dynamics. Dynamics ceased that. So he went behind, even though I said don't do it. He did it anyway. We caught Dynamics. Y'all, you know what y'all doing? With how y'all want to do this? Because see, he's a small potato. He's little fish. He has nothing.
But you said
That's
that. But you
nothing to
said
me.
that you said that you called them and they went and did it anyway.
They
So
shut him
even though
down.
you read,
They shut him down. They shut him down, and
no,
he had to come.
no, I'm talking about Select Express. I thought it was. I think you said it was Select
So
Express.
that's
Even
what
when you
Rob.
talk to
That's
them,
what
they
that's what with Rob.
right.
That's what Rob. So Bob called me and he blew the whistle. So I already knew
Uh
it was
huh.
coming. But now that I talked to Rob last night, he set for 45 days. So what they did was when Bob called me. See, I didn't know this until Rob. I talked to Rob last night. When Bob called me and blew the whistle, he blew the whistle because me and Bob was cool. The
Mm-hmm.
other executives in the company or management in the company probably didn't know Bob called and blew the whistle. He was giving me the heads up because I owe him favors. See, it's about favors, Kurt. So even though
Mm-hmm.
Mike Cohen, which is the big dog there, I did a lot of favors for him. He's the brother-in-law to the owners when it was privately owned before AIT bought it. See, he's looking at it from a business aspect. Bob was 1,000 with me, so he put the bug in my ear. So from that point, what they did was based off what Rob telling me now. I know they set him down for 45 days. Just let him be dormant, thinking like, okay, we're gonna let the air cool. We ain't gonna push him in right away. We gonna just make them dormant for 45 days, and hopefully Mark's so busy they don't even notice. We're gonna stop sending work to Mark. We're gonna bring Rob in, and then everything gonna be everything. Right. I didn't know that's how they played it. I know that, excuse me, I know that me and Mike was having some differences over the prices. And ultimately, when I talked to him about the work, he said, man, Mark, we can no longer continue to pay this. And that's when they brought transition Rob in. We found out because Rob was hiring, and like he said last night, I didn't know he was hiring ex-employees. He didn't pull anybody that was working for me. He went in his Rolodex and contact log, and he started pulling in employees, ex-employees that worked for me that no longer work for me, which is fine.
So let me ask you a question.
They don't work for me no more.
Why you still never go and enforce the non-compete? Why you
Why?
still never did it?
I mean, Kirk, I just told you it was a loss. It was a loss. After I consulted, check this out, Kirk. I'm answering the same question to you over and over again. If it was something,
I'm saying that's the reason why you gave it up. That's what I'm saying. Why would you give up something at a loss to a guy that you quote unquote claim your blessing and not something that you're making a profit from?
Listen what you said. Why would I give up something at a loss? You just answered your question. It was no, check it out, Kirk. It was no reason to fight for it. If I would have fought for that, I would have just been fighting for pride. I would have just been fighting for pride. And if I would have shut him down, you know what I'm saying? If I would have shut him down, it would have been for pride because I'm already operating it at a loss. So I'm just shutting it down just because I can, because I'm the big dog in the situation.
No, you're not no big dog because my if I'm gonna enforce my non-compete, I'm gonna enforce my non-compete. Whether I'm operating at a loss or not, I'm gonna enforce my non-compete. See, you're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself. Kirk,
I'm gonna put it in. It doesn't matter. If I'm not gonna allow a guy to get a route, I'm not gonna allow the guy to get a route.
Kirk, the only way the non-compete can go null and void is if I allow it to go null and void. All right. And I cancel it and say, you know what? I'm going to avoid this non-compete. All right. Obviously, the logistics company was going to avoid it because they solicited him in the first place and brought him on knowing that he worked for me. So why you never go
off for them? That's what I'm saying.
I just answered the question.
Yeah, but that's your opportunity to enforce your non-compete contract with Select Express.
Kurt, listen to what I'm saying. Just because I'm a shrewd,
we're talking about the bag, right? We're talking about the bag, right?
Where's the bag if I'm operating that particular? The one that was making money, I'll enforce that one. It does matter, Kurt. It does matter.
It doesn't matter because you're going off for Select Express.
Kurt, listen to me. I'm shrewd, but I'm not evil. All right? I'm shrewd. But I'm not evil. If it's something that is not profitable to me, the only reason I would be shutting him down is for pride. Well, it's mine. You can't have it. We losing money on it, but you can't have it. Hold on. Kirk, can I ever finish?
Man, listen, man.
Can I ever finish? We losing on it, but you can't have it. So you figure something else out. We going to keep losing on this. I just don't want you to have it. That would have been the only. Let me finish.
Hold on a minute, because my question is, if Rob solicited one of your guy and was willing to give your guy a route, and you have a non-compete with the company, why you never enforce the company with Select Express? That's my question. Why you never enforce the non?
Kurt, I'm not gonna waste. Kurt, I'm not gonna waste.
It's not wasting time. Oh, so no, it's not wasting time.
I didn't say time. You wouldn't even let me finish. All I said, because I don't want to waste, and then you cut me off and said, "No, it's not wasting time." I wasn't even finna say time. I was finna say I'm not finna waste energy on something that I would purposely be going after just to flex my nuts, because it would just be a nut flex at that point. It would be a nut flex at that point. It would be a nut flex at that point. Now check this out.
You can do that. You can do that with the people that you can do that with. You can't do that shit with me, Mark.
Check this out, Kurt. But check this out. You don't work for me, so you're right. I can't do it with you. But check this out. Check this out. If there was a bag associated with it that had a plus in front of it, you better believe it wouldn't have been no blessing. Because guess what? One person leaving, taking something, if it can affect 29, 30 other people, I can't have that. One person can affect everybody. So if it was a situation where that was a plus instead of a minus, I'm not letting that fly, because that one person is going to affect Everybody else. See, I don't think like the way you thinking. I'm thinking like a boss. Ain't no moisture right here when it's not like moist and soft. This thing ain't pumping no Kool-Aid when it comes to business. I have to make firm decisions. All right. So here's the
So
thing. No, let me
you
finish.
think being an
What
enforcer, you think
I'm
being
not
a
gonna
hold
let
on a minute, you
one
think being
person.
an
I'm not gonna
enforcer,
let one person
man,
affect
listen, man.
everybody else in the company, Kirk.
You think being an enforcer with a contract make you a boss? That's what you think.
No, what makes
That's
me
the
a
question.
boss
That's
is
what you think.
what makes me a boss. What makes me a boss is signing paychecks. My name is on the checks.
That's fine. Getting the name of your check, that's not hard to do.
So
Anybody can do that. I got a company.
so
I'm saying to you is,
you
I'm
can
saying,
argue it all
I'm
you
saying
want.
to you is, I'm saying to you is, if you're having a non-compete with one of your employee and a company,
Hmm.
because this is what you're saying. So
Mm-hmm.
now you're sounding like you pick and choose who to go offer based on how you feel.
It's not a
You
pick and
understand what I'm
choose,
saying?
Kurt. You just
But you
making
say you're not
stuff
gonna
up just to
waste your
keep the.
time.
You
You
lost,
just
Kirk. It's
said you
over with.
won't waste your time.
You
Okay, okay.
lost. It's
So let me
over.
so if you go off a Rob, so
Kurt,
wait. So if you go off a Rob, hold on. If you go off a Rob, right? If you go off a Rob, you'll be flexing the nuts. But if you go off a Select Express, you'll be wasting the time because you're operating on a loss. You listen to what you're saying?
why would I go
That's
after
what you
Rob?
just said.
Why would I go after Rob?
But then why you never go off a Select Express? They're the one that solicified Rob.
Once
Why
again,
you
once
never
again,
enforce your non-compete?
once
Operating on a
again,
loss or
once
not?
again, once again, once again. If the account was a positive account, if we were operating the account in the black or in the
Listen,
green,
man.
you probably call it the green, but you know, real business term, we're in the black. All right. So if we were in the
Right.
black, if we were in the black, then yes, I wouldn't have contacted
let me
Rob.
let me
Oh,
ask you a question. Let me
you
ask you a
won't let
question.
you
Let me
want? Can I
ask you.
finish? Can I ever answer
Wait.
any
Let me ask
question?
you a question. How many Jamaican you ever have worked for you? How
None.
many Jamaican you ever? Exactly.
None.
Because you can't do that shit with us.
Well, guess what? You wouldn't have been
You
working
can't do that. You
if you
can't.
don't sign the non compete. You're just not gonna work. Like I'm not gonna like okay, well you don't want to sign it. The next person will, Kurt. And that's fine.
Yeah.
You
The
just
next.
won't work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. The next person you can hold down. You would never
It's not
find
a
a lot of
hold
Jamaicans
down.
sign that shit.
It's
Of
not a
course it
hold.
is.
Kurt, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to
Uh
you.
huh.
You think Rob is the only person I gave let a person get an account? I've given people listen, once the moving company got off the ground, it was people calling me with little bitty moves and stuff that listen, I got a guy Suge, right? He went off and he was like, man, you know what, Suge, I'm gonna send you all these little jobs we can't do. We're booked. Man, you could take all these little
Mm-hmm.
jobs. I'm gonna send you the stuff that I know you can handle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you all the little stuff that you ain't gonna get in trouble if you damage like little, you know, and I would do that. Give them shrink wrap and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, once you get to a certain point, it's not you making it seem like if like I'm giving away like hand me downs. But if the hand me down, you can call it what you want. But if the hand me down is gonna put a person in a position where that hand me down to them is something that puts them in the position to profit, then so be it. See, I don't look at it the way you look at it. You trying to look at it from a funny type of way. You dig what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying?
I'm not
But
looking at it.
hold on.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not looking at.
Everybody needs a little help now and
Listen.
again.
Listen. You know how many
You see what I'm
contract I
saying?
give guys? I got a guy that came from Newark when I had 3 vans in Newark. Dude came in with a Ford extended eye roof, right? Was working for a guy. I took that guy and I gave him a route. And then I gave him another route from another guy that gave a Spanish guy that was giving up a route. I took it and I gave it to that guy. Dude is from the hood. You understand? Because guess what? All I'm saying to you is if all of us as black men is gonna help each other up, I don't think that we should sign anything to determine who gets what, when, and where, or or whenever I decide when I'm done with something, you gonna get it. That's my whole issue. I get people around. I know exactly what you're talking about. My thing is this: is that if I'm gonna get a route that is in the negative, and I'm gonna enforce a certain type of contract to my employee, and I'm gonna do this, that, and the third with other people. You understand? Why not go off of the big dogs when they violate the same term and condition that you signed and you have with those people? Why you pick and choose who to go
You know
to?
why,
That's
Kurt?
why. That's why I said people like you
Let me
prey
know when
on the
I
weak last night.
let
That's
me
why I
know when I
said
can
that.
talk. Let me know when I can
That's
talk.
that's that's what I said last night. People like you pay on the weak. You pay on weak drivers. You pay on drivers that you can shuffle around and push around. And guys like me won't work for you because I'm not gonna sign that stuff. You
Check this
understand?
out.
I gave
So
those contract. I gave those contract up all the time. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
so the reason why you do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you do have a bunch of people out there that are good people, but you're gonna always have a few
Hmm.
bad apples. You have to protect
Right.
yourself from the bad apples. It's not personal, Kirk. You have to protect yourself from the bad apples. I may walk past 100 people a day or 1,000 people a day, and one of those people may just be a person that might want to stick me up and rob me. But I got something for their ass. I got something for their ass because I'm prepared. It's more good people than it is bad people. But there's bad people out there that want what you have and they're willing to take it. They don't care about you. It's called crab in the barrel mentality. And it's the worst in our community. All right. So I have to
Yeah,
protect
yeah.
myself from the
That's the
crab in the
problem.
barrels.
That's the
So
problem.
the
You
problem ain't me.
pre-prepare. You
You
pre-prepare
yeah,
the type of
yeah,
people that you think you go encounter.
yeah. I'm gonna prepare. You know why I'm gonna prepare for that? You know why I'm gonna prepare for that? Because I have to protect me and mines. I gotta protect me and mines. All right. I'm not gonna
Oh
be
man.
sitting out here looking all goofy and stuff because I wasn't properly prepared. I practice the five P's. Proper preparation prevents
Okay.
poor performance. Proper
Right.
preparation prevents poor performance. I'm gonna be properly
Right.
prepared so that when a
Hmm.
person wanna act up, I'm ready.
Even with your 5 P's, two guys take your contract. See, the 5 P's didn't matter. That's what I'm saying. If dude gonna get at you, they're gonna get at you. It don't matter. It don't matter. Because even with your 5 P's, they were still able to get, they don't last, but they were still able to go in and get something. That's my point. You see what I'm saying?
All right,
I
Kirk.
just
However
think
you
that
want.
shit is I think it is goofy. I don't think that is something that y'all should not do. And if you
Well,
do it,
well,
if you gonna do it, 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 then enforce it with everybody. Stop pick and choose who you want to enforce it with, because that's what you're doing. Rob was a flex, but Select Express was a waste of time because you were running a negative. You listen to what you said. You see what I'm saying? This is what you're just saying.
Kirk, I don't know what you talking about. You know, but I hope you don't
Man.
never. I hope you don't never. Put yourself in a situation. Where someone can just snatch everything from under you. I hope you don't never put yourself in that situation,
I
Kirk.
don't have that kind of problem because guess what? Because guess what? The people that I deal with and the people that run for me, they don't.
Kirk,
I don't have that
you know what?
perception about
You
them.
know what, Kirk? See, you ain't been around enough snakes yet. You ain't been
Oh,
around
you
enough
think so?
snakes.
Oh, you think
Shit.
so?
You ain't been around the
Oh, you
snakes that
think?
I've been around.
See,
You
that's
ain't
where
been
you
around the
go
snakes
wrong.
that I've been around. It ain't where I go
No, no,
wrong.
no,
I can't listen,
no.
Kirk. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain
Yeah.
something to you. It ain't where I went wrong. It's where I come from. See, I
So
can't.
wait.
Hold on.
So
Check.
wait.
Let me finish.
So
Let me
you
finish.
think?
Check,
So
Kirk.
wait. So you think? So
No.
you think
Let me
because
explain something to you, Kirk. Let me explain
you're a
something.
Chicago native, there's more
It don't
snakes
got
in
nothing.
Chicago
It
than
don't got
Jamaica?
nothing to do. See, you bringing up Chicago. It don't got nothing to do with Chicago. I've been here longer than you. People cutthroat out here. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I can get taken advantage of if I do my proper preparation from the initiation. I'm going to be prepared for whatever. Why you think you got car insurance? Homeowners insurance. You think it's funny, but it ain't funny.
It is
It's
funny.
It's
It is funny to
business.
me.
Well, it's
You
not
say
funny
that
to me.
I don't
It's
been
not
around
funny
the
to me.
snakes. You say
It's
I
not
don't been
funny
around
to
the
me.
snake. Listen, man, I'm from the jungle. I'm from
That's
the
fine.
jungle. The jungle got snakes in it.
All right, well then you
I don't
know
know
what?
why. I don't know. I don't know why you
You,
think when you talk somehow I'm not affiliated with a lot of the stuff that you say. Of
Kurt,
course I am.
Kurt. Let me explain something to you. Just because you from Jamaica, don't mean you was around the
Yeah.
snakes. You might have not encountered snaky
That's what
activity.
you think.
Okay.
That's what you think. That's
Let,
what
let me.
you think, Mark.
Okay.
That's where you go wrong.
Well, I can't see it, Kurt, because you telling me you'll run a business and you will allow people to take food off your table. You won't even protect your employees. You will
Oh
allow one
man.
per. Hold on. You will allow one employee to take food out of not only your mouth but all the rest of your employees, because that's what they're essentially doing. They could take everything from under you, and if you don't have that
You
paperwork in
see why
order,
I
there's
tell you
nothing you
your
can do with
Americans
it.
are insecure? This
No,
is where
man. That lets.
this is where the insecurity of you American comes in. That's the insecurity of you American comes in. That's the type of shit I was talking about last night. Being insecure. That's some insecure and sore type of shit that you're talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Check this out. Well, you can call
That's
it
the
what you
thing.
want,
I'm
but
not
guess
insecure.
what?
I'm not insecure about anything at all.
You
You
can
see
call
what
it
I'm
what you
saying?
want. You
I'm
can
not
call it.
insecure about anything.
Check this
Because
out.
because life gonna be the way it's gonna be, whether you put it on paper or not.
Check this out.
That's the point that I'm trying to make to you.
You can
You
call
think
it.
that paperwork gonna prevent you from whatever? No, you can call it, because you're the one who's putting paperwork together and only enforce it on certain people. Because one guy's a flex and another guy's a waste of time. That's out of
Check this
your
out.
mouth.
You
You see
can
what I'm saying?
you can call it whatever you want, but my ribs ain't gonna be rubbing together, and neither will the people that are under me, because I'm gonna make sure that what we've attained
Uh-huh.
and what I worked hard for and we worked hard to get, we keep it. We're not gonna let one person who has a crab in the barrel mentality and jealous or whatever the reason is think they're gonna come work, try to mimic it and take something and go off and run and say, you know what, I
Uh-huh.
gotta eat too. No, we not having that. So we gonna protect what we got. Just like you lock your
Right,
doors
right,
at night. You lock your doors at night,
right.
don't you? You lock your doors at night, don't you? You gonna let somebody
Not,
come in
not
your
where,
house?
not where I live, my door can leave open.
Okay,
Where
I
I
doubt
live,
that,
my
Kurt.
door can leave
So
open.
Kurt, you got two little bitty kids. You got two little bitty kids. You gonna leave your door open? Come on, Kurt. Let's be serious
Oh
now.
yeah, I still
Let's
can leave
no,
it open. I
Kurt.
still,
Let's
man,
be
listen,
serious.
man. I
Kurt, let's
still,
be serious.
listen. I said
Kurt,
where I
I ain't
said.
trying
You
to hear
notice
that.
what I said?
I
I
ain't
said
trying to hear
where
none of
I
that.
live, I can leave my door open.
All right,
You see
Kurt,
what I'm
you got
saying?
it.
I can
Kurt, you
leave my
got it,
door
man.
open where I live.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
check out
saying.
because it's not because we
You see
not
what I'm
it's not
saying?
even you not even like come on, that don't even make sense, bro. That don't even make sense. Like, nah, man, that don't even
Oh
make
man.
sense. It don't make sense, Kurt.
Okay.
It don't
You
make
gotta lock your
sense.
door. Where I live,
Yeah,
I ain't gotta lock my door. I
Kurt.
can tell
I
you
don't
one thing: run through my door, and you're gonna see what happened.
Kurt. Kurt, you
Run
not
through my door, you're
invincible.
gonna see
We
what
are
happened.
Kurt, we had this conversation. You're not
No,
invincible, bro.
okay.
Stop it. Stop it,
Yeah, all
bro.
right. Come through the door,
Stop
you'll
it.
see. All right, just
All right,
come through
all
the
right,
door.
all right,
I'll
all
drop
right,
the
Kurt.
address and a link today. I dropped the
Kurt.
address of the live, and you just come in and see what happened. You see what
Hey.
happened the other day with that guy in Florida? I wouldn't even use a 9. I got an AR-15.
Hey, that
Yeah,
tough
I
ass
don't do
nigga,
the pom-pom stuff.
that tough ass dude in Belly, they killed him. That tough ass dude in Belly, he got killed. Lennox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, that's a script.
yeah.
He was scripted to kill.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah. All right. Well,
He
yeah.
was scripted to kill.
Well,
See,
Kurt,
I'm
you
not
know
a
what?
script.
Well, we can agree to disagree. You believe you don't
Oh man.
you don't believe in protecting your business. I believe in protecting my business. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
always educate people
Right.
that listen to me to protect what
Uh-huh.
what they've acquired. Protect it. If you don't want to protect what you acquired, listen to Kirk.
All right.
And that's how we're gonna end it. So you can win in your mind. In your mind, you won. And I'm okay with that. Okay. In your mind, you won this
No.
debate. And
No.
me, I'm okay with that. Because it wasn't a win or lose. But you really don't have like Like you have no valid points. It's nothing. There was no validity in your argument.
That's what you think.
There's no
That's what
validity
you think.
because your sole
That's
argument
what
is
you.
based on
That's you.
your no. Hold on. Your sole argument is based on
Yeah.
holding someone down when you're looking at it the wrong way. When you should be looking at it as protecting what you've worked hard for, and not only protecting it for you, but protecting it from everybody else who depends on that revenue stream.
I get all
So,
of that. I get all of that, but that doesn't mean you got to put a contract in place.
Kirk, okay, so if the
And
contract
if you
ain't in
do put
place,
a contract in place, and if you do put a contract in place, my argument now to you is why you choose to enforce it with some people, and some people you don't. That's like
Kirk,
you not. That's like you contradicting yourself.
Kirk, it's not a contradiction. It's not a contradiction. I'm gonna protect the bag.
But if that's the case, you should have go for Select Express when they try to get robbed. You
Why
should
would
have started from
Kirk?
there.
Kirk,
That's
Kirk.
that.
Once
That's what I'm
again,
saying.
Kirk. Once again, we were operating that account at a loss. The only reason I would have went after it was to flex nuts. All right, and I'm not going to flex nuts. I'm not going to flex nuts.
All right.
If you know if it was a contract we were operating in the black, then yeah, I have a reason, a valid moral reason to take it. But if this is an account that, you know what, once my brother said, because hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
I was gonna go after it.
Yeah.
I was gonna go after it, but after
you was. But why?
Let me finish. Can I finish? After my brother talked to me and said, look, this account has been a thorn in your ass for the longest. You've been saying you want to get rid of it. You've been saying you're going to get rid of it. You've been saying you want to get rid of it. I know, we keeping people working with this, but man, just let Rob have that, man. Ain't no reason to go stir up a fuss and flex nuts. This is what he told me, for something that's not even making us money. That's not even making us money. I hire these guys. I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna transition some of these guys into moving, and I'm gonna rotate some of these guys somewhere else. We got other work that they can do. Let him have that. Just let him have it. And once I thought about it, I came home. I slept on it. I didn't pursue it. It was not a contract that we were operating in the black. If it was a contract that we would have been operating in the black, by all means, it would have been go time. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to protect the bag.
I disagree with you. It should have been go time whether you talk to him or
How you going to disagree with something that didn't even affect you? You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the company that was soliciting your driver. It should have been go time for them.
And check this out. You're right. They were unethical for doing that. But
exactly.
Check this out. Check this out. Hold on.
I bet you. I guarantee you, if I was working for you as a Jamaican,
Kirk, let me explain something to you.
Listen to me. If I was working for you as a Jamaican and I do that, I guarantee you would have probably try and come off of me. I guarantee you.
Come off on you.
You would have flexed on me, but you won't gonna flex on them. You see what I'm saying?
I would have if it was you instead of Rob, I would have let you have it too, because it wasn't profitable to me. Me and you would just been on the outs.
That's what you're saying now. That's what you're saying now. But
so what are you saying? Because he's Mexican and you're Jamaican, I would have came after you because you're Jamaican? Like, what are you saying, bro? I don't see no color when it comes. I don't see color when it comes to somebody messing with my money.
Listen,
you see what I'm saying? There's no color there. There's no color.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about. It has nothing to do with ethnicity.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, what? Yeah, well,
you want somebody to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't listen. It's about Kirk.
Nobody can mess with me. Nobody can mess with me.
You're not invincible, man.
Yeah,
you're not invincible.
Okay. I told you where I live. I told you where I live. I can leave my door open. And the guy in Belly that you mentioned, he was scripted to die. He was scripted to pass away.
And see, this is how I know you tweaking, because you saying stuff that don't make sense on the non-compete. And you telling me
Yeah.
a man with two little bitty kids is willing to leave his door open. Listen to what you saying, Kirk.
I never said that.
You
I
just
said
said it.
where I live. I said where I live, I can leave my door open.
Okay.
You asked if I would leave my door open. I said where I'm from,
So
I can
so
leave my door open.
you
That's what
talking
I
about
said.
here or are you talking about in Jamaica? Where you from
Right
here?
in America, right in America. And
All right.
you come up
So
in there any night, any day, anything, and you find out what's popping. That's all
all
I'm
right, you
saying
got
to you.
you got it, Kurt. You
You
won.
talking
So
about two little kids.
in your mind, you
You see
won,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
So
You
you
know what I mean?
tweaking, but it's all
You know what I
good.
mean?
So
So
you got your
yeah, yeah.
views. You got your views. I
See,
think people should.
this is where the immigrant stuff divide between me and you, and this is where we go opposite of each other. Cause a lot of the shit that you do and y'all do over here, I don't be doing. You can't play that shit with us. You can't do that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Sign non compete, have me here working for you for 5 years, holding me back. All that bullshit, man. Man, listen, man. You can't play that stuff with us Jamaican, man. I'm telling you that right now. That's why you never hire no Jamaican. You get what I'm saying? Because you probably pull up on a couple Jamaican that want to work with you, but the shit that you going to pull, it not going to work. Or they probably come and sign that shit and figure out that this shit ain't going to work it. I'm out of here. You get what I'm saying? And then you and them might get into it, and they might have to flex to you.
Kurt,
You see what you see
you
what
know
I'm
I
saying?
never, Kurt, you know why I ain't never had no, you know why I ain't never had no Jamaicans work for me? Because
Yeah, yeah.
no Jamaicans ever applied. I worked for a Jamaican though. I worked for a Jamaican though, and when I was in
Oh
college,
man.
I worked for a Jamaican when I
Yeah.
was in college, and he was one of the coolest people I ever met. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the coolest people I ever met. He did his thing in the street, heavy. I got
Hmm.
introduced to him from someone else.
That's
And
that. No, that's
I
where we're
work.
from. No, you're talking my language. We're from the street. That's why I keep telling
Kurt,
you all the time when
you
you
want
talk like we're not from the street
you
or we don't know street stuff. We know
want to let me
street
finish.
stuff. You see what I'm saying?
I'm talking about him. I ain't talking about you. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about
Oh,
him. You see what I'm
you
saying?
said I'm not from the street?
You saying you from? If you say that, then that's what you saying. So if that's what you saying, then that's what you saying. I'm telling you a story, and he was one of the coolest people I met. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was a very giving person. Now that's as close to a Jamaican I ever been. No Jamaican has ever worked for me because no Jamaican has ever came seeking employment from my company. But I
Uh-huh.
did work for a Jamaican doing promotions, club promotions
Uh-huh.
when I was in
Yeah.
college, you know, back in like
Right.
99. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
99, 2000. And cool dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
that's it. So I don't
he's probably like me. He's probably like me, right? Cool as hell.
nah
Kirky fresh
this
type of dude, right?
this dude was yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it, Kurt. You got it, man. You got it, man. You like
You
you
hear what you just
won.
said a while
You
ago? Dude from
Kurt.
the street. When you just talked a while ago, you said, "Oh, where I'm from, well, you never been in this, or you that." And I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? Man, we from the street." Then you go tell me
Kurt.
the
You
guy Benny get
you
killed, and
I
I'm
said
like,
that was a
Mark,
joke. Kurt,
yeah.
that was just a joke. But at the end of the day, Kurt, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you,
Oh
Kurt.
man,
It's snakes
yeah.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, I know that.
I'm just willing to protect, you know, my asset, what I built, you know what I'm saying, from A to Z. You know what I'm saying? I think
Uh-huh.
anybody that is in a position where they're running accounts and they have people that are employed under them, I would advise them to protect their accounts as well, because it could be simple as, you know, a person getting a truck or getting a few trucks, signing up with the same contract that a company that you're sending them to every day, getting the contract, and once they get it, the company lets you go
Mhm.
because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna pay them less, and while they're leaving you, they're taking other employees that work for you with them. This is why
Okay.
you have a non-compete, because you have to
I
protect.
get I get that.
You have to protect your revenue share. It's this business, Kirk. Business is dog eat dog. It's a dog eat dog world in business. You have some people
Hmm.
that prey on people. You don't want to be. You don't want to be the prey. All right. If you allow yourself
Remember,
to be the prey,
remember a
you
few
just
weeks
allowing
ago I
yourself
was
to be the
talking
prey.
to you and I told you. Remember a few weeks ago I was talking to you and I told you that certain people won't play with you by who you are. Remember I was talking to you about that?
Yeah. And I remember I said, "Who are
When we
you?"
were.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Remember I was talking to you
I don't
about
know
that,
who
right?
you are. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so see, so see, so see, so see, the guys that I've worked with in the past, they don't play with me. Your guys play with you. You get what I'm saying? They don't play with me. That's the point I was trying to get at with you the other day. When I was talking to you about going to these little towns and these guys and all that stuff. And I'm telling you that certain people won't play with you. But they can play with you. But they're not gonna play with guys like me and certain other guys. That's what I was trying to
who,
explain to you.
who are you, Kirk? Like you keep
You know what I mean?
saying play with you, and I'm trying to figure out who you are.
Yeah, I'm the guy with the
All
armor. I'm the guy that can leave my door open. You know
right,
what I mean?
man. All right, Kirk.
I'm the guy. I'm the
You
guy that you go play with and you go find out what time it is.
yeah.
You know
All
what
right.
I
Okay.
mean? Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
All right. All right, Kirk. Hey, Kirk. How many felons you hire? Somebody asked how many felons you hire.
How
Cause
many what?
how many felons you hire?
How
See,
many
you
fellas?
see, because here's the thing, you probably got a bunch of college graduates, like some suburban kids. Like the people I hire,
Who?
check this out, Kurt. The people I hire,
Listen, Johnny, and the guy that I gave the road that I'm talking to, that I just told you about, those dudes are from the Crips in New York.
the
Those two
Crips,
dudes alone are from the Crips.
the
You understand what I'm saying?
the Crips,
Yes.
they from the Crips, or they are Crips. He said they from the Crips. They from the Crips or they are Crips. Like what? You don't even know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Well,
Like they from the Crips. Like, come on, Kurt.
well,
You don't even sound right saying it, bro. Like, just stop it, man. Please. This dude say they from the Crips. They from the Crips. They from the
all
Crips or
right.
they are Crips.
All
Like, come
right.
on, bro. Like Kurt. Like, chill out, bro. Like, Kurt.
Oh man.
Somebody
All
asks you a
right.
question in the comment, I'm just curious to know the answer. I'm curious to know the
What's
answer.
that? What's that? If I ever hire no felon?
Yeah.
Of course.
You have? Was it
Of
the guys from?
course.
Was it the guys from the Crips?
Yes.
I ain't never heard nobody say,
See you
"Man, they
guys.
they, they from the Crips." Like it's like it's an area or something.
See.
They from the Crips. Like the fuck? Like what? Like no. Like what are you talking about right now, dog?
All right. Oh man.
What
See,
the hell?
that's why I keep telling you. That's why I keep telling you, Mark. You think I'm not from the street? Just go, just yeah. Just let somebody in this live play me with me one day.
They
You'll see
playing
what
with you.
time it is.
They playing with you right now. You just don't see it. They playing with you right now. Go look in the chat. You just don't see it. So I see a bunch of
Oh
people playing
man.
with you right now. So
Oh man.
you let me know. You let me know.
Oh man. Well, yeah, man. That's it, man. You got your views. I got my views. I'm not gonna let go of that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get rid of that. So hey,
Uh,
we gonna go fight. We gonna go toe to toe with that.
okay. All right. Well, you got it, Kurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
think. I'm gonna let you think you got this one. It is what it is. So
You can ask the people that in the chat. They'll tell you that. They know that I'm right.
I'm
They
just gonna
know
go
that I'm
by.
right.
I'm just looking at the poll. 78% says gotta protect the bag. 22%
Uh-huh.
said no. So I really just don't know anybody that's just gonna let somebody take something from them, Kurt.
So
Like
22% of people say no.
22% of people gonna let somebody take something from them. It's always and I'm
That's
shout
how
out to the
you
20
looking at it,
shout
Mark.
out to the
That's how you looking
22%.
at it.
Shout out to the
Man,
22%.
listen,
But
man.
at the end of the
Man,
day,
that's how you looking at it.
Mhm.
That's how you looking at it. You looking at it from the way that you're thinking. Those 22 people ain't looking. There's those 22% people ain't looking like that. And those 78 people probably insecure like you. That's a part of insecurity. Talking
What
about
am I?
somebody gonna take your route and this, that, and the third, and you don't understand. It's a part of my infrastructure and all this
Kurt.
other stuff, man. Listen,
So
dude gonna
you
take your stuff. They're gonna take it. You
so
want to bring
so
up pandemic? They're gonna take it, pandemic
check
or
this
not.
out. So you consider a person insecure because they have paperwork in place protecting their asset. That's how you look at a
I never
person
said
that.
that. I said that's a part of insecurity.
How,
That's
Kurt?
that type of stuff is
How
demonstration of insecurity
how is
because you,
being prepared?
man,
How is being prepared as a business owner
you see,
insecure?
you see,
That sounds
you
more
see,
like that sounds more like you need
see,
to take the IN off. It sounds more like security to me. That sounds like a person
okay.
who's securing what they've built. And I don't think
This
there's
is
nothing
why you
wrong
need
with
to
that.
know what I. This is why you need to know what I say. People don't play with you. This is why you need to find out what I'm talking about.
Kurt, listen, you're not invincible. I don't know where you think you from or what you think you is or who you think you are.
Uh,
But at the end of the day, you're not invincible. People will try you. People will try you. People will try you. I don't care
and
what you talking about.
people have tried me. People have tried me, and what happened
They
to them?
have?
I told you the
You
story.
just said a
Of
minute ago
course.
people don't try you. So now they have
What am I
tried you.
talking
Which one
about?
is it?
Man, listen, man. I'm gonna give it a story, man. You forgot I sit here and tell you the I'm a story. You forgot I told you about people that play with me in the past. See, you worrying about this, that, or the third. I don't worry about that stuff. You see what I'm saying? I don't worry about that stuff. Play with me and see what happened. My door is open. Come in and see what happened. Talking about invincible. See, you worried about all that stuff. I'm not worried about that. You
You're
know
right.
what I mean?
I lock my doors because I ain't no
Yeah,
fool.
because you from Chicago, so you gotta lock your
No,
door.
no, because I'm not a fool. Wherever they say, listen, check this out. Wherever they say the safest place in the world is, if I traveled there, I would lock my doors there. I
Hmm.
don't trust nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody,
you have a
Kurt.
trust issue. I
Listen,
can
no.
definitely see it
Let
in
me
this
explain
life.
something to you. Let
You
me
have a
explain something
good.
to you.
You have a.
No, let
You
me
have a
no
big
no
trust
Kurt,
issue.
let me explain something to you, Kurt. I don't trust
Uh huh.
nobody.
Uh
I
huh.
love me. I'm gonna make sure I'm straight. I'm gonna protect me. I don't
Oh
trust
yeah, we
nobody.
see that
There
in.
there
Oh
there's
yeah, I
no
see that in
there
this life.
there's no way I'm going to sleep. There's no way I'm going to sleep anywhere on God's green earth with my door wide open. Like that sounds ludicrous to me. You don't know how
Man, listen,
you
man.
don't know how you sound. I'm not
I'm
no,
not
you know what I'm
saying my
saying?
door. Listen,
So
you implying that my door is gonna be wide open. You asked a question. You said, let's keep it in the content. If I would go to my bed and leave my door open, and I said to you, where I live, I can. That's what I said. And I said to you, even if I leave it open, if you come in, you're gonna know what time it is. Let's keep it the way I say. When you ask me that question, I'm not gonna leave my door wide open with my two kids there, and I'm not gonna leave my door intentionally for someone to come in. But if my door left open accidentally or just left open and you come in, you're gonna know what time it is. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying to you. You trying to twist it up and turn it a different way.
I ain't twisted nothing up. I'm just repeating words that came out your mouth. That's all.
And
But
that's
you know,
exactly what come out of my mouth. See, that's why you got to find out what I mean when I say people don't play with you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And you don't know, you don't know a person. There's certain
mhm.
things that will happen to you that will never happen to me. Because people ain't gonna play with me like that. They'll play with
Oh,
you, but they ain't gonna
okay,
play with me.
okay.
You see
I
what I'm
guess
saying?
I'm just a goofy then. I guess. All right, tenfold. I,
Yeah, you're not
I,
goofy. You're not goofy for that.
I,
But
that's
I'm just
basically what you
telling you.
said. That's basically what you said, Mark. You know, I'm me and you. The shit that people will do to you, they not gonna do it to me. So, cause I'm me, they ain't gonna play with me how they play with you. So that to me,
Exactly.
that's like you calling me a goofy in so
Exactly.
many words. You know what I'm
Yeah, well,
saying? That's
hey,
how
hey,
that's how it's like. But you do.
they ain't gonna play with me. They ain't gonna
Well,
play with me.
I pray that don't nobody play with you, Kurt. I pray. You know,
Exactly.
but
Because the
I
last
don't.
guy played with me. The last guy played with me. We end up in court. Lasted 2 years, and he end up with an armor. He still got stitches from an armor. He still got marks
Kurt,
and bruises from an armor.
Kurt, I don't even want to get
And I
into that
never,
because
and I never get tried since that day.
Kurt.
Never.
So you telling me you beat a guy with a hammer in the head. You beat a guy with a hammer in
Yeah.
the head, and you
I
not
never tell
sitting
you it's in the head.
and you not sitting in jail right now for attempted murder.
Who, me? You want me to send in my disposition? I never spent a day in jail. Never. I've never spent a day in jail since I've been in this country. See, see, you watch too much movie. You watch Belly too much. And Belly is scripted. That's what I'm keep telling you. You ain't running in the right Jamaican. You see what I'm saying? I've never been in jail a day in my life.
You beat a
Never.
guy with a hammer and
And
never went to
listen,
jail.
and
That sounds like
listen to me.
attempted murder. You can kill a guy with a hammer.
All right. You want me to send in my disposition? I can send in my court
It
record.
sounds unrealistic, Kirk. I'm just gonna be honest
I
with you.
got it all. I got it all. I can show it to you. I can. You know what a disposition is? I can send you that. I just got alone with
Kurt,
tell you my conviction.
I've said
My disposition gonna show you the
you're not
$450 I pay in the 1 year probation.
you don't mean this. You mean deposition. Yes, I've said in deposition.
No,
before.
my disposition. Deposition is when you go to pretrial. I know the difference.
So you beat a guy with a hammer, and they called the ambulance or something. The police, I'm sure, was called because he went.
Saying to you, all I'm saying to you, you play with me. You let the wrong guy play with me. You see what happened. You let the wrong guy play with me. You see what happened.
All right, man. Let's because Kurt, you finna open up. So let me protect you right now. Let's just change the subject because
oh yeah,
that shit don't even sound realistic. You beat somebody with a hammer, you gonna at least go down to the station. You gonna get cuffs put on you at some point. At some point, you gonna have some cuffs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cuff was put on and processed, but I never spent a day in jail. See, that's the difference with the type of Jamaican that you're dealing with, plus the guys that don't got their money. See, I got money, I got stuff, I got all that stuff. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. See, you talking about them dudes that be getting dragged through the system that ain't got their money. I got my shit together. You see what I'm saying? And I beat a guy up today and still got my money to protect me. You see, Mark, you be watching too much Belly, man. You be watching too much of them Jamaican movie. You see what I'm saying? You be watching too much of them Belly and them Jamaican movie, man. You need to come and I keep telling you, man, let me take you to Jamaica. I'll take you to Jamaica. I take you, let you see the real Dan Dan.
I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica.
Yeah, but you need to come with me.
I was in the hood.
Walk some of them. Let me let you walk some of them fields that we talk about, and I show you the real trenches. You need to leave Chicago for a minute. I show you what time it is.
So you want me to you want to take me out the trenches to take me to the trenches? If I go to Jamaica, I don't want to go to the trenches. I want to go to where it's beautiful.
I'm not gonna take you to the trenches. Of course I'm gonna show you the beauty of Jamaica. But I'm gonna show you the roots of where I'm from and why I tell you why people don't play with me. I'm gonna bring you from that background.
You think some 18-year-old kid running around here with a Draco gonna say, you know what, that's Kirky Fresh. Let me not mess with him. Think they're just gonna know who you are? Like I'm still. That's what I'm saying. You keep saying like because of who you are. Man. So if I don't know who you are, I'm still trying to figure it out. So the guys that's out here,
let them play with me. That's all I'm saying. Just let them play with me.
All right,
Draco, man. No Draco, whatever the hell they got, just let them play with me.
Or one of these guys, one of these shorties running around here, one of these switches. I want to see you explain to a cat with a switch.
I don't care
who you are.
You hear what I talk about?
And let me know how that worked for you. Let me know how that worked for you.
See, you talking about some pop-out stuff and some switchy stuff. I don't worry about that. All I'm saying, just play with me and see what time it is. That's all I'm saying. That's
Okay,
all I'm
all right.
saying. You see,
You
you
got
worried
it. You
about
got it, Kurt. You
all
got
that
it.
other stuff.
I ain't worried about nothing. I'm
You
in the
see what I'm
crib.
saying?
I'm
And
in the
I don't.
crib.
And I
Okay, Kurt,
don't.
you
I don't worry
check it
about
out.
nothing.
So I'm gonna go off the votes. I'm gonna go off the votes.
Yeah, yeah.
79% said yes, they would make their employees sign and not compete. 21% said no. So I'm gonna, based off the people, you can feel the way you want to
Uh-huh.
feel, but the people
Right.
make the decision because they're the audience. So unfortunately, Kurt, you're gonna have to hold this L. You're gonna have to hold it,
That's fine.
and
That's fine.
they said put up a new poll who won. All right, so I'm gonna close this poll out. I'm gonna close this poll out. I'm gonna close
No,
that
no, no.
poll out.
You can let it. You can let it stay. You can let it stay.
No, it's
You
still up
know.
there.
Yeah, just let it stay. I mean, that's cool. But I'm just telling you, like a lot of the stuff you said tonight, I don't do that stuff. And listen, hey, I respect your business practice. I respect how you do your business and how I do my business. I just don't agree with you. That's what I'm
What?
saying.
What? What?
I don't.
Like,
You know what
okay, that's
I
fine.
mean?
You
Yeah, I don't
respect my
agree with you.
business.
That's
You
it.
just don't. Hey, 10-4. Just
No,
it's all
I don't
good.
agree with you.
Well,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
this was a good debate, and it was healthy, good healthy debate. So hopefully some
Yeah.
people got some clarity, maybe some examples. I know last night I saw somebody in the chat like, man, night two y'all debating this. He had to
Mm-hmm.
leave last night, so I wanted to give him an open floor uh, opportunity to when we had a guest, so open floor where it was just me and him um, to actually debate this topic, and that's why I did what we did this tonight. So it's all good. It's just all it's educational. You know what I'm saying, and it's healthy. You know what I'm saying. It's healthy. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't it is what it is. I know Kirk. He was he got his viewpoints on things, and I'm saying, and I got mine. So what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like Kurt, you ain't the only one in here who feel like that. Even with the new poll, one person agrees with you. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's two people in here
That's what
that
I'm saying. See, that's why we gotta have these discussions. And like we said all the time, not everything you're gonna say I'm agree with you. Not
no,
everything
you
I'm gonna say you're
you
gonna
don't
agree
have to.
with.
Yeah, you.
You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is why we do these type of topics so we can have people informed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that, you know, we can't have the discussion. That doesn't mean that we can't have a dialogue about it. Because some people might need this to have clarity of just understanding what we're even talking about.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Somebody said you won the trench debate. So I guess you. I don't remember debating nobody the trenches. So I don't even. I'm lost on that one. So I guess you was debating
Uh,
with yourself. So you probably did win because I wasn't debating. Hey, you from the trenches.
don't
I
worry,
didn't
man.
debate that.
Don't worry, man. I'm gonna take you down to the trenches. Don't worry. And you gonna take
Okay.
me to Old Black. So hey, it's a trench for a trench.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
All right. It's other
Yeah,
beautiful places that I could take you, but if you want to go to Old Block, okay, that's where you want to go.
yeah. So
So,
yeah, but yeah, man, we got to have these discussion. I just disagree with you last night because I asked you a question, and if you remember, this argument even ignited off of me asking you a simple question. That's how this whole thing turned out.
it
So I
ignited
just
from when
wanted,
you told QB the Mexicans, you said Mexicans are going to be the best employees, and I said I
right,
disagree.
or exactly. And so, because of what I was doing last night, I wanted to stretch it out so we can have a more informal dialogue about it. So that's why I said I called you and I said, "Yo, let's go straighten this thing out." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you own
So
your views and I own my views, and it is what it is.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm
We
I'm
still gonna be
always
here.
yeah. I'm always protect my people.
You always gonna be an American.
No, yeah. I'm an American because that's what I am. But I'm gonna protect my people, and I'm gonna continue to help my people. You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah,
is what it
yeah.
is. Even if it's costing me, and I can absorb a
Hmm.
loss to keep people, away from trouble, then that's what I'm gonna continue to do, Kirk. Whether you
And
agree
that's
with it
cool. That's cool.
or don't agree
That's
with it.
cool.
So
But here's the thing is, my thing is, because I'm big and people be free and not buying onto someone and not being old down, and because I look and see what, when certain people get held back, what it can do to them. I'm coming from that point of view. I'm
hmm
coming from the point of view of people not be able to grow under someone. That's the point of view I'm coming from. I'm not worried about the money and the business part of it.
but
I
here's the
understand that part that you're talking about, but I'm
so
saying if we can cut someone loose or bring them up under us,
so
that's
so
that's more of
so
us growing our business. That's all I'm
so
saying.
an excellent old employee of mine came on last night, and
Uh-huh.
he reiterated it over and over again how much he learned from me just from working for me. He said I was the smartest person he knew. So if you're working for a person and you're there,
Mm-hmm.
you should be proactive within yourself to act as a sponge and try to soak up as much information as possible. He said, "Man, you one of the smartest people I know."
Right.
Any
Okay,
I
that's
learn
cool.
I learn from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in an elevator and I overhear somebody talking about something that I'm interested in for that short elevator ride, I'm trying to eavesdrop on as much information as possible.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay.
So yeah, people that work for you, they should be a sponge. They should soak up as much information as possible. But at the end of the day, when you're soaking up that information and you do want to decide that it's time to venture out on your own, you have to do it the right way. You got to do it the right way, Kurt. And you and I think as an influencer in the space, you have to let people know and instill it in people that listen to you and look up to you, that you want to instill in them proper business ethics and proper business practices. You know what I'm saying? Like if you exercise proper business practices, it'll keep you and it'll protect you from a lot of BS later. You don't know what the future holds in store for you. It's going to be positive
Right.
things that the future holds in store. It's going to be negative things that the future holds in store. But some of those negative things, if you look back, you was like, damn, if I would have had this in place, I would have been protected here. Damn, I was too lazy to get that. I was too lazy to do this. I knew I should have got some extra insurance on that.
Right. Okay. I get that, but I'm saying that there's other ways that you can do those things without putting certain things in place. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so expound on what are some other ways? Give me one or two
I
examples, some
mean,
other ways to
I mean,
protect
I
your
mean, I
business
mean,
outside of
Mark,
not doing a non-compete.
I feel like it goes back to what we are talking about when somebody at the top and somebody at the bottom don't share information. And this is my mindset. If I made it, I don't have a problem showing somebody how to get where I'm at. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with leading them to the water. I don't have a problem with let people cutting people loose and giving people a break. I
That
don't have an
that
issue with that.
that has nothing to do with a non-compete.
You're
You're
but
no,
you're
you're
no
making
but
this something else, Kurt.
you're
You're making this into a
no.
a mentorship. We're not talking
No,
about
that's not a
mentoring
mentorship.
somebody. We're
All
talking
right,
about a
so the guy,
non-compete.
let me okay, so the guy who teach me the backstrap business, the guy who brought me to the furniture company and let me work and instruct
Yeah.
and gave me the opportunity to go and get my first vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say about that guy? And that guy was a Jamaican. What would you say about a guy like that say, yo, if you get a vehicle, you can go and get you can come and work with them and get some work from them because there's enough work here for all of us. What would you say about that? There's enough
You
work
right,
in
Kurt.
transportation to
Let
move
me
around for everybody. And
keep
that's why
keep
I'm
keep
saying look at it
keep
from
keep.
you versus me is different.
Keith Jordan just said the same thing I said at the beginning of the live. I'm looking at this from a business owner. You steady keep giving examples from an employee standpoint, but you're a business owner. So I'm confused. The truck you sitting in, that's your truck, right?
Right.
I'm just making sure because your mind
But
state has this whole live has been everybody in here is a business owner or is aspiring to be business owner.
so let
Everybody
me
in here
ask
does
you a
hold on.
question.
Everybody in here doesn't want to learn how to be an employee. They want to learn how to be a business owner and they want to learn from people that
Man,
are coaching them from the mindset, from business owner mindsets. You keep speaking from I wouldn't work for you. Listen, Kurt, we're not speaking from an employee mindset. We're speaking from an owner, a business owner's perspective, Kurt. A business owner's perspective. Come outside of
I
the employee
understand all of
perspective,
that stuff. No,
Kurt.
I'm
No, you
talking about
don't, because
business
you
owner.
no, you keep
Man,
speaking
listen,
from
man.
an employee standpoint. You keep saying,
No,
Mark, I
I'm
wouldn't
not.
work for you. That's an employee. I want you to debate
Man,
this topic. Do you no, Kurt, listen. Listen.
I
I don't
gotta
listen, Kurt.
run
Check this
because
out.
I gotta
Okay. All right.
uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I gotta run because but what I'm saying is if guys who okay when you do a 60/40 with an independent contractor that you put in the truck and you load the truck and you're sending them work and you're sending them work and all of that stuff
You
and this
said
guy now
you said
driving your truck
a
when
60/40 with a person I would put in my
when
truck.
yeah. Well, if like a guy like me that will put a guy in the truck OTR, and I would say, give me 40 for 50 per whatever the deal is, and he's in the truck driving and picking up and delivery. You don't think a time is gonna come where he's gonna want his own truck?
Kurt, that's fine. That's going to happen eventually with one of your employees. The more employees you have, the percentage goes up that somebody is eventually going to leave you and start their own thing. That's
Right,
fine.
right.
But on their exit, they can't take what you've been applying them work through. So if you're sending them through a company, they can leave. They just can't go and leave and work for that company. It's not ethical, Kirk. It's not ethical.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this, man. We're two different people. We're from two different backgrounds, and
Kirk,
your views is your views, my views is my views, and if that's how I think, that's how I believe, that's what I'm gonna
that
do. You know what I
that's
mean?
fine. But I don't think where you're from or where I'm from has anything to do. The same ethical business ethics books that they have in Jamaica are the same business ethics books that
Yeah,
they
but we
have
go
in
about it two
America.
different. We go about it different ways.
Ethics are
We go
ethics,
about it
Kurt.
different ways.
But
We go about it different ways.
and that's
We
fine.
go
But
about
but you still haven't answered the question because the same thing that I said earlier, Keith Jordan just said it in the chat. He just said in the chat, like you're
what King
steady.
Junior say.
Keith Jordan said Kurt is looking at it as an independent contractor. Kurt, you run a channel that trains people. Well, you used to partials from an
Mm-hmm.
owner's perspective. All right, I
Right.
teach people how to be owners.
Uh
I
huh.
can't teach nobody how to be a good employee because I don't know
Okay.
what
So
it.
let
I don't know
so
what a good
so
employee is. I
let
don't
me
know
ask
what
you
it's
this.
like to be a
I
good
teach.
employee.
So let me say this. I gladly bring that point up. I bring up the fact that I do partial. Before a lot of these YouTubers was now running around doing partial. Am I gonna get mad and make videos 24/7 proclaiming that I'm the partial king and that y'all shouldn't be doing it? And I know that a lot of them is doing it because of me, because they were too dumb to figure out the whole transportation business. You get what I'm saying? But am I going to be the guy that's going to go around and try to claim that I'm the first one talk about it? And I'm now going to put some type of protection so nobody on the internet do it? Is that what you're saying? I'm not going to do that.
Kurt, that's not a good example.
Of
That's not
course
a
it
good
is.
example.
Of course it is.
Kurt,
If I'm
Kurt.
on the if when I came on the internet, there were more idiots on the internet than what it is today. Because everybody get a dose of reality. And a lot of the stuff that people know now is because of watching those whole entire box truck from start till finish to where we at. You understand? So if I was talking about partial, and a lot of these YouTubers were here not mentioning partial, not talking about certain part of the business, and I'm talking about it. Am I now gonna be the one that said, "Oh well, y'all don't talk about it," because and go sign something or go, man? Listen, man, I disagree with you, and I'm not gonna you listen again. You got your views, and I got my views, and I'm not gonna change my views because we got two different backgrounds.
What
We're from
backgrounds
two
ain't got
different
nothing to.
we of course it does.
No, it
Of
don't.
course it does.
You talking about
Of course it
partials
does.
and other content creators. I thought
I
we were supposed to be
man,
debating
I'm
non
talking
compete
about
clauses.
you. I'm talking about you putting a piece of paper and having some guy signing it, and you dictate what goes on from there on. That's what we're talking about. And I disagree with you. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's all I'm saying. But hey, do you? This is America. You got to protect your asset. That's the itty bitty part of the insecurity that I'm talking about.
I'm not
You see
insecure,
what I'm
Kurt.
saying?
I'm not insecure.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just careful. I think you're supposed to protect
Even
what
the
you
guy
built.
said it last night. Said even Rob said it last night. Said you said there's not a lot of meat on the bone. So in your mind, there's never a lot of meat on the bone for nobody to share, unless you decide when the meat get picked off the bone. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. See, you keep watching the bone and how much meat leave on it. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you should watch the bone. You should know how much meat on. What? So you wanna demonize me for
Oh, hey,
checking the meat on the
hey,
bone?
only in America. Hey, you can't make this shit up, man. Only in
Hey,
America.
so only in America you get criticized from being on top of your business. So
Hey,
basically, you want to
no,
criticize me
no,
for being on top
no.
of my business, watching the meat on the
Only in
bone.
America. Only in America that you can criticize for the shit that y'all do. That's it.
So you're
Because the shit
criticizing
that
me
y'all be
for
doing
doing what
work.
I'm supposed to do, basically.
Listen, man.
You
You
say
know what
only in
you say?
America. You're criticizing me for doing what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, man.
I don't understand it. I'm
Well,
still trying to figure it out.
yeah, okay. If you want to continue this debate, man, we can do it the next time.
No, I don't want to talk about this no more. I'm done because it ain't no talking with you. Ain't no
Oh, man.
compromise. I don't even think some of the times you hear what you said, but I want you to watch the replay. Watch the
Yeah, I'm going to watch
replay,
a replay.
and you probably gonna ask me,
I'm
man.
going to
Yeah,
watch a
man.
replay.
If y'all don't see the replay up there tomorrow, it's because
You
Kirk,
still
Kirk,
you
because
still
Kirk,
don't answer
because
the
Kirk.
question.
What's the
You
question?
still don't answer the question why you never go off a Select Express when they were soliciting Rob. You said, "Oh, well, I didn't want to waste my time." That's not good enough.
I answered the
Oh, well,
question,
if I
Kirk.
do it with
I answered the
man, you never
question.
answered the
I
question.
told you
You
my
said that you didn't want to waste my time because there was no profit. But
no.
my question is, if
That's
the
not how I answered
clause
the
was in
question.
place, sir, if the clause was in place, the clause was in place, and if you got to enforce the clause, enforce the clause. Stop pick and choose who to enforce the clause on. This is why I said this whole contract thing is bullshit. Because all it boils down to is y'all choose who to go offer and know what status they got.
Kirk,
That's all I'm saying.
The
This is why I
person,
keep telling you that this is why I keep telling you that people will play with people who they can play with. That's why I
Kirk.
bring that up all the time.
So Kirk, the individual has nothing to do with it. The individual has nothing to do
Okay.
with the deciding factor on if I'm going to pursue a non-compete or not. The individual didn't have
Uh-huh.
anything to do with me voiding that one. You know what was the deciding factor?
Uh-huh.
The money aspect. The money is the aspect of it all. All right. The money is the
Uh-huh.
deciding factor. This is business, Kurt. This is not personal.
All right.
This is not personal.
Okay.
This is not emotional feelings. Decisions
I
are
think it is
made.
emotional for
Check
you
this out.
because I asked you last night. I
Mm-hmm.
catch you in the emotional part of it. I said,
Where?
Mark, do you have a low tolerance for people? Yeah, I got a low tolerance. I build up, and I'm like, okay, there you go.
When you say,
So
well, you
it's
said, do
all
I have
emotional.
a low tolerance for
What
people?
for people that come and try to take your route or take the contract for? Yeah, I build up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't play. But
I got a low tolerance. Yeah. If
exactly,
listen, Kurt, listen.
exactly.
If you're trying to take something that I have unethically,
Mm-hmm.
I have a low tolerance for it. It's not a game. I have a business.
Mm-hmm.
I have revenue and people to
Right.
protect. Once you lose a revenue, listen, Kurt, you it's not a
Mm-hmm.
joke. Once you lose a revenue stream, regardless of how you lose it, whether
Mm-hmm.
you lose it to an employee that's doing unethical business practices, right? Whether you lose it
Right.
because, let's say, the third party logistics lost the account, so now you lose it by default, or however you lose it, or let's say you lose it because one of the crews that you got running is their
Right.
performance is low. So the company decides they no longer want to contract with you. Regardless of the circumstances, if you lose a contract, you're losing revenue stream. As a business owner, when you have revenue coming in from a contract, it's your job to hold on to it by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So that if that means providing exceptional service, if that means making sure you have the proper paperwork in place to protect that asset, then that's what it means, Kurt. This is it, and that's
I,
all.
I,
That's
all
it,
right.
and that's
I got
all.
it. I understand
So,
what you're saying.
so it's your duty as the head of that business, as the president of that business, the president of
Uh
that LLC, or the president of that S corp, or the president of that C corp. However you have your business structured, it's your job
huh. Uh huh.
to make sure that you
Mm-hmm.
bring revenue in and hold on to it by any means necessary, Kurt.
Right.
By
All
any
right.
means necessary. Okay? And that's it, and that's all.
I
That's
got you.
as the simplest way I can put it. And I'm looking directly into the camera
I
so
got
that
you.
you know that this ain't a joke. I'm not playing. I'm dead ass serious.
I, I, I got you. I
Okay?
got you.
If you can't stand
But
on
like I, s-
business,
but like I said,
if you can't stand on
I,
business for your business,
uh-huh.
then you don't need to be in business.
Oh, I've been standing on my business. It's been
I,
working well, and nobody play
I,
with me. That's why I keep telling you.
all right, I'm done with
that's
it.
why I keep,
You got
that's
it.
why I keep telling you.
All
You know
right,
what I mean?
you
You
got it,
see,
Kurt.
you worried about a lot of stuff. I don't worry about half the stuff you worried about.
Kurt,
You
you
know what I
right.
mean?
You
But yeah.
14% agree with you. So take you and your 2-3 people, and y'all go and be married, man. Y'all take your 2 little 3 people with you, and y'all
Oh
go on here
man.
somewhere and be married, and keep thinking that way. Keep thinking that way.
We are.
Somebody
We are.
you gonna wake up one morning, and the company gonna call you and tell you, yeah, don't send
Uh-huh.
no trucks, today, we good. Man, ain't no freight on the
Okay.
dock, yeah, we good, we'll
Yeah.
call you, we gonna give you a call back, don't call us, we'll call you.
Right.
Then a week later, you call your worker and be like, man, I don't know what's going on with XPO, man. They ain't sending us no work, man. I'm gonna find something for y'all to do. Oh man, don't worry about it. We working. You working? What you mean you working? Yeah, we up here at XPO right now. You at XPO? Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey,
Oh
boss.
man.
Hey, boss. Look, man. We appreciate
Oh
everything.
man.
We appreciate everything you did for us, man. But man,
I
Joe.
can't.
Hey, man. Hey, Kurt, man. We appreciate
Oh
it
man.
all. But man, I watch you, man. I want to get me a semi truck too. So, you know, I'm sorry I had to do
Oh
this,
man.
man. But man, it's
Yeah.
cutthroat. It's cutthroat out here, Kurt. You should have, man. I listen, man. What you know?
Oh man.
But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do though, Kirk. I'll listen to Mark. I'm gonna protect my business. So can't nobody do to me what I did to you. And that's it. I'm done with it. You you can take it how you want to take it. I'm exiting the building for the night. You can do what you want to do. And that's exactly how they're gonna get gangster with you. I'm gonna listen to Mark. And I'm gonna protect my business. So can't nobody do to me what I just did to you. And
Yo, goof ass.
that's the end of that.
Goofy as hell.
So that's an exit. I'm done.
Man.
You can talk, you can say what you want, you can have this debate by yourself. But you can take you and your 3 people. You can take you and your 3 people, and y'all can keep y'all fingers crossed out here in these streets. Y'all can keep y'all fingers crossed out here in these streets. But guess what? I ain't gotta keep my fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying?
This guy. Oh man. Oh man.
So it is what
you
it
a
is.
serious American, man. Yo, you
No,
too serious, man.
Okay, well, you know.
you too, somebody in the chat say something here. You should listen to that. They say let it go, Mark. You should let it go.
They saying let it go because it's like a waste of time at this point. Like it's not even a debate no more because you're not hitting any valid points. Like you have no validity in this your argument in this debate. There's no validity. You haven't hit one point that has given anybody a reason to go.
Man.
You know what? That do make a little sense. It hasn't been one of those points yet, Kirk. So it is what it is.
I'm gonna come and work. I'm gonna come and work for you, and then come back on the live and tell them how it goes.
All right, Kirk, man.
Maybe I can change my view from that point.
I know you gotta. You said you gotta hit the roll, right?
Oh man,
you gotta go, right? So you got anything you want to say, man? In closing, because I'm finna get out of here, man. I'm finna get out of here.
Hey, listen to my
and you was laughing because everything I said look like somebody done changed their vote. You losing people, Kurt. You losing people. So you done went from 3 people to 2 people. Yeah, because what I said makes a lot of sense. It makes sense, Kurt. You make sense. So for you 2 people that still left, you go out there and you listen to this guy. Somebody they're gonna take your food off your table, and they're gonna tell you, hey man, you should have listened to Mark, but I listened to his black ass, and ain't nobody gonna do to me what I just did to you. And that's the end of that, Kurt. And I'm done. We can end this live. I'm gone. I'm out.
Hey, go listen to Junior Gang song that say you're in too deep, man. Go listen to that song. You're in too deep, man.
Go listen to who?
Junior Gang.
Who the hell is that?
Junior Gang.
Junior Gang.
Bob Marley's son.
Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. Like you telling me go listen to him? Like I know. I can go straight to Apple Music. Like I know who the hell that is. It's like the way you said it, like I'm supposed to know who he is or something. Junior Gang. Who the hell is that? Like you said, man, go listen to Michael Jackson or somebody. The way you said, like he was Michael Jackson or somebody. I don't know who the hell that is. Junior Gang. What the hell? Hey, man, I'm gone, man. You tweaking, bro.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know what you on.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, you got anything you need to say, man? In closing,
tell the people good night, man. Tell the people good night.
I'm out.
Good night to everybody, man.
You got anything you want to say?
Everybody, man. All right.
You ain't got no questions you want?
Kirk and Fresh up Mark the mentor, man.
Yeah, I'm out, y'all. I appreciate everybody for coming.
What do you say?
I won the second poll too.
Appreciate everybody. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that came in for this debate. Yes, it was definitely a comedy hour. So thanks to Kirk.
It's your boy Kirk and Fresh again, man. Back again with the next live, man.
I'm out, man. Hit the like button on your way out, man. I'm out.
Me start